Hi there, this is the reading for the Scorpio male for the Valentine season of 2019. Okay, so I drew two pyramids here. One is for general energies, the overall overview, and then we get into a love and sex pyramid here on the side with 6 cards, and we dive into the intimate side of it. So what I'm hoping to help with is to alleviate any blocks that you may be having in your relationship, bring that forward so that you can deal with that or see that clearly. That is my hope anyway. I have a masculine card and a power of surrender card that I use to hopefully help alleviate any blocks as well. Now, the first card I get for the masculine here, Scorpio energy, overall, is dedication. So whatever it is you're dealing with, you are dedicated to finding answers or gaining solutions and going forth in that way. So there's something, there's a dedicated effort going forward. Okay, now your block card, I'll expand on that in the end once I've gone through the reading. Your block card is surrender or worry. So, let me set here. Too much writing on this. Make a commitment not to lead an extended, Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that spirit is guiding you always. So there may be a sense here of worrying about issues that we need to kind of stop worrying about, but nonetheless, we'll move on. First card we get, the top of this pyramid is the Emperor. So this man is feeling like he's the ruler of the roost. He is in the power of Aries type energy, which is not his element. He's a water. So he's feeling a lot more fired up and a lot more effective than he normally comes off to be, okay? So the Emperor is very much in charge and taking control and feeling as such. Now the next card I get is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, it's interesting. We have 2 sevens here. So that might be significant to you in some way here. Is it they're going a time of passing, 7 weeks, 7 days, 7 months. Something may be going good for 7 weeks, 7 days, or 7 months, or we're having a downfall of that. Now, carrying on with the Seven of Pentacles is about a woman waiting for her tree to bear fruits here, right? She's waiting to pick what's going on, but the essence here is usually she has done all she can do. Now she just has to wait. You know, kind of like inaction is the advice here, is not to take any action. Now, on the other side of that is the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups is about confusion. So with the Emperor, usually he knows what he's talking about, what he's doing, and what's going on in his life here. But nonetheless, there's something in a heart-centered way that we're confused about, okay? Now, as we move forward, we get the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is about either things in your life, maybe coming to a standstill is what they said, where we have to look at things differently, where we're waiting. So this is contributing to the waiting period, okay? And then the Five of Pentacles comes out here, feeling like we're being left out in the cold in some way. So this may be even in a work situation or in a love situation, okay? Somehow we're confused in the love area and feeling left out in the cold. Now, the next card is the World card. So that's interesting because that's a completion card. The World is all about endings of cycles, completions of projects. So again, this could be in the work area as well, because we've got a lot of pentacles here. And that usually has to do with a more grounded state of things. Well, so the next line, we get the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords about heartbreak, and that's pretty simply from the heart, right? We are dealing with disappointment, having to do from a heart-centered place, usually. Next card, Four of Cups. Four of Cups is about, so we may have been disappointed in love, but, and then the Four of Cups comes here, and it's like, I don't want to deal with anything else either, because my love side here is feeling like a cold shot, right? The next card we get is the Chariot. So the Chariot is about movement forward, could be about travel. So we may be needing to travel for work and not feeling like we want to do so because we got some instability on the home front here in a relationship. The next card is the Star. We end on the Star and the World. The World, the Chariot and the Star. Those are three. There's a trine here that is very powerful, but it's very off to the side here. It's like not our focus, okay? But happening to us nonetheless, and faithful nonetheless. There is some movement here that needs to be taken, but I feel like in all areas, this male is not wanting to take action in this way. Now, I feel like this Star on the corner is basically about losing hope in certain areas. We might have this in the romance area. I'm going to go into the love, the essence of love and romance here to figure if that comes in there, or if we're just talking about work. Because there's a sense here of work and love being mixed together. Okay, we got a sense here that universally we should be feeling good about our direction, but I feel like the Scorpio male is very not in the way of universal flow, meaning he is not going instinctively. In fact, he is going the opposite of his instinct. In most areas here has gotten him in the position he's in. Okay, the disappointment has come because we have not listened to our instinct. That's what they're saying, and they're going in more disappointment is to come until we learn how to deal with that area. Now it's interesting because in the beginning here we got the Emperor energy, and that's him feeling like he's in charge. There's a little bit of confusion. He's waiting on things, having to take a pause. Okay, and because of that, there's a heartbreak here at the end. Then we come into where he's confused, feeling left out in the cold, and not wanting to take an offer. It's like instinct. That cup that's coming at her, it's like they're showing me that's his instinct. That's the universal instinct trying to, give him a solution to things. He is not wanting to take it or look at it. Then we have the World card and the Chariot. The World is about cycles ending. This is where we are headed. And though it is not the head of it is coming to be the head of our pyramid here, this is where we're headed. We are feeling in control because we are going against instinct, but they're going, this is a false sense of such. So this man is controlling his ego. He's in his ego, he's fluffed his ego, and it's gotten him into trouble, and this is what's going on, okay? And the World is creeping up here, they're going to be bringing you into the Tower energy. Now, these things that have come here, this feeling of left out in the cold, this disappointment that's come, these are all hints that we don't listen. It's going to keep getting harder and harder to lift past. Now, the Chariot and the Star. Yeah, we are moving forward, but not with universal energy, not with instinct, with our ego. Our ego is moving forth here, and we'll see where that goes. That's really where we're sitting. Now we get into the love and romance here. Okay, so the first card I get, now this card hardly ever comes out, but because of the energies that we're crackling through here this season, making appearances all over. Now, the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is about a secret rendezvous or stepping out on a relationship. Now, this could be in a myriad of ways. The card on top of it on the sex side does not bode well for anyone trying to cover this up. Now, Seven of Pentacles is about going off, running away, and having an interlude. What kind of an interlude? The Three of Swords states here we have an affair where someone is feeling left out. Now, if you have that feeling left out in the cold, it may be you that's the third party, or the other way around, or you may be stepping out on a partner that you have. So if you're in a partnered relationship, there's an essence here, somebody stepping out, okay? And that disloyalty can be anything from lies to flirting to affairs, whatever. It could be the gamut. If you're in that situation, you'll know where that sits. So that is not good, and that is the head of the romance period. So that's everything just is secondary to this. So the next card is the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups, I'm getting a sense here, this is somebody that we've looked outside, and it's kind of like we didn't think we could, yeah, kind of like a prize we didn't think we could get, and we went after it, and what do you know, we got it, that kind of thing. That's the Nine of Cups in this situation. Then we have the Ace of Swords, which is about a new physical situation. Two people coming together to experiment in the bedroom, and a new direction nonetheless, okay? So somebody here for single, we got a new situation, but get a watch for hangers on. So if we're not connected and we know we're not connected, then it's the other person. So watch for strings that are attached to anybody that you're getting involved with if you're on the singles end. And if not, then, well, you'll know where it sits, because there's something here about, you know, parties going off on each other here. Now, the next card we get on the romance is the Five of Canes. Now, the Five of Canes is about a man coming forward to a woman and showing affections, right? So he's kind of picking out of the crowd and just the initial stage, like, I like you, you're good, you know, whatever, flirting, that kind of thing, making himself known to someone else. The next card we get is the Sun card. Now, that is about the happiness we gain during the intimacy process. Oh, how many times I got to say it without saying the old word? But nonetheless, Five of Canes leading to. So if we have some singles here, we're looking, you know, quite heavily for a physical partner. It's really what's going on here. Next card is the Page of, the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is about offers, loving offers outward. Now, this guy is full of wild dreams and whatever. He doesn't really have a long-term goal, but he's willing and passionate to go and give out his emotions and share them with whoever will come forth. Now, this is the new direction here. So I feel like if we're single, we're mingling pretty good here on the physical side. And the Knight of Cups is just simply, you know, we have a lot of directions we can go. We're going in a new direction to offer love forward. We may have had some, you know, one-night stands here, and now we're going forward to offer in a new direction. Now, we have the Empress. The Empress is a symbol of a wife, a mother figure, someone who is vibrant, fertile, abundant. So this is usually, I usually have this card to mean on the romantic side is whatever a guy is looking for. You know, the abundant woman, this is what we're looking for. So I feel like there's somebody that, you know, if you're single, there's somebody that you're looking on that kind of fills, what do you call that? Fills the schedule for you, kind of checks off all the boxes for you, and that's what this Empress symbolizes. Now, on top of that, we get the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is really groovy because it shows that we're in the beginning process, and we went from an Ace of Swords to a Two of Cups, so this may be the same relationship. We may have got into this relationship in a new kind of way, kind of shock that we could get. And we're evolving to the two, putting a lot of emotions and depth into it, okay? And we're feeling like this person could be our next person, right? Now, the interesting thing is we end out the pyramid on the love and sex. We get the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles is still not his, not his element, but nonetheless, it's a man who's in charge of his finances. He's financially stable. He feels very skilled within budgeting, this kind of thing. He's very in charge of his money and very responsible with it. So someone who's take charge of the household and especially the finances. Now, on top of this, we have another Empress, which is interesting. Now, yeah. If we're single, okay? Yeah. We may have, okay, this is the deal. If we're single, we may have stepped out on a partner that we were with and found another partner, okay? And this partner fills everything on the sexual side that we want, okay? Now, that's what I'm getting from this last card. Now, if we go back here, if we're talking about a couple's relationships, either way, single or coupled, this is the same deal. What's going on here is this man, I feel like it's this man. Well, I don't know. It could be either way, you know. Somebody stepped out on a relationship here. Or at least was running away from one to a degree where we have one at home and we're dealing with another outside of the home, okay? Because I got two Empresses here, and that is, you can't do that. Two Empresses, if they're not back to back, it exemplifying, they're in separate piles, so that shows me this is two separate women. And they're two separate women that I like and I want to be my one. So either you've got your eye on someone that you had your eye on someone you thought was the one, and you left them for another one that you thought was the one, or you have someone at home taking care of things at home, and you have one on the side taking care of things in the bedroom, okay? This is the scenario, and I'm thinking the one with the bedroom. Why? Because these are love. This is love and romance. This is sex. These are two different categories, two different women. Red, dark hair. So, something fishy going on is what's going on here. But nonetheless, this man is really feeling like he can go off in any direction. And he may just be doing so, whether he's attached or not. He is playing the single life, okay? But I feel like it's just, no matter what the scenario, there's somebody here is cheating on somebody else, okay? Why I'm getting, it's frustrating because it's really, what's going on is this man cannot find the perfect partner. So what he's doing is he is getting all the grounded results in one and all the sexual results in the other. And that's why he's keeping these two, because these two make up the one perfect one that he would like to have. This is what's going on. So, yeah, that's that. That's all I'm going to say on that. So to overview, I'll go back over it here. Basically, this man is very much out of his element in all areas. He is feeling very financially sound and stable. And that is out of his element as well, but nonetheless, and fired up and in control and in charge. He feels like he is in charge of his kingdom, and that is that. Now, there's a lot of confusion, nonetheless, because you have this emperor, he knows what he's talking about, but there's confusion and a sense of waiting and hinging on things. Like there's decisions here. Feels like he's in charge, but yet he's hinging on. So there's a difference there. Then we have the Hangman and the Five of Pentacles being left out. Again, there could be a work situation here where we are either being shunned at work or left out at work to a point where it's disappointing and creating some kind of havoc, but we're waiting on a different decision or waiting on things to change. Again, feeling like the universe is really wanting you to take action and move in a certain direction, but I don't know that we're completely on board with that. I feel like he's completely out of his elements. He's not feeling his own self. He's in his ego and being driven by that to a high degree, and this is why things are going to kind of start to go downhill if he doesn't kind of quicken up here. So we end on the Star, and again, I feel like that's okay. They're going, that is really the turnaround point, because we have not hit the turnaround point yet, but we could turn this around if we want to, and that's in the future yet here. So that's that. So yeah, I mean, it's self-explanatory. There's stuff going on here. There's two Empresses. One is good with home family life, and the other one's good in the bedroom. And this is keeping him content. Now we go back to the masculine card, and this is about dedication. Now I feel like this man is just dedicating, keeping everything in the air. Okay, I feel like he's dedicated feeding his ego. I don't know if I'm being judgmental here, but this is the sense I'm getting. He is ego-fied, egomaniac, and that's what we're going to feed here. And that's what he's dedicated to do, and he will do this, but he will also get results based on that. So this is where he's headed, okay? Now, any blocks that may help him unleash stuff is talking about surrendering to worry. Make a commitment not to lead in an anxiety-driven life. Now, I tell you, if this is going on, you're going to have anxiety. It's just going to be there. So there's a real quick fix to that, but I feel like this man doesn't see that as an answer. But nonetheless, when worries arise, breathe them out of your body, focus on the power of your heart, and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. I feel like they are there. They are instinctive. He knows. I feel like the anxiety is coming because he's not listening to his instinct. That's really what it is, because that's what happens. We get anxiety when we don't listen to our instinct, and these instincts are here to get us forward, right? So this is what's going on for this guy. So it's just a matter of him tuning in. A certain point here, we know what's going on. I'm surprised I don't have the Seven of Swords, but the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out. So again, this could be happening against him, okay? But it's happening in his periphery, no less. Yeah, so good luck with your situation. I don't know how, I guess we'll see in the summer how this plays out, but I'm just amazed at how that secret rendezvous card, how much it's rearing its head over this time. It just blows me away. Nonetheless, we have the Star, the Chariot, and the World in the corner trying to end out a certain cycle in our life. And if we work within that and we go with that, things will get a lot easier, and the worry won't even be there. The worry is there for a reason. We know this instinctively. We just have to go towards that. But this man is dedicated to not do that because he's fluffing his ego. So that's really the situation I'm reading here. So have at her. And hopefully you have a good Valentine's Day. Take care, have fun, and be kind.